What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, today I wanted to talk about time and effort, time versus effort, and how the two are not interchangeable, but people try to use them as interchangeable. And I'll explain what I mean. So, let's get into it because we got a great quote here. Quote of the day. Many people can give their best for 3 or 4 days, maybe even a week or two, but not many can sustain it for 3 years, 5 years, or even a decade. Billy Allsbrook. Song of the day, Heaven in Hiding by Eminence. So here's the thing that I run into quite often. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been doing this for a year. I've been giving it my all for a week, or not gonna say my all. I've been giving it this effort for a week. And you want me to hear you say that and then reward you with, it's okay, you did your best. False. You want me to hear you say that you've been a part of this relationship for 20 years. So then you want me to reward you, confirm you, or justify your actions. False. You want me to hear the years, the months, or the days attached to something and then agree with you on its importance. False. Just because there's a time attached to something doesn't mean that there's an effort also attached to that same thing. The one thing I hear a lot is, and I'm kind of gonna jump around on here a lot, right, on this one, and this might be a long video, so forgive me, but I've been here for 5 years and I still haven't moved up. What have you been doing in those 5 years? That's what I want to know. Will I come to work on time? Okay, you're supposed to. I do my job when I get here. Okay. And I don't cause any problems. Good for you. Is is that your standard of trying your best? Is that your standard of what a leader would be? Would you want that person to be your leader? Someone who just comes to work on time, just does their job, doesn't cause any problems and goes home? Or do you want a leader that's going to reach out to you and make sure that you're okay, look for ways to improve your department, come in early, stay late, sacrifice? You see what I mean? Now tell me that you've done that for 5 years, and then I'll justify that the company has something against you. You want another scenario? Glad you asked for one. Here's another one. Well, we've been going steady for 5 years and he still hasn't proposed to me. What has the relationship been like in those 5 years? Because here's the thing, people say, I've been with this person for 5 years and we still aren't married. We've had this relationship for 5 years and we still don't know where. What have those 5 years been like? Have you been arguing every other day? Do you break up and get back together week after week? Are you guys having conversations on where you want to take your relationship? Do you have similar goals? Because I'm going to be honest with you, some of you don't deserve to be married after being with someone 5 years, considering the type of relationship that you guys have been in. And honestly, I don't know how you would want to be married to a man who you've gone back and forth with for 5 years. That doesn't sound good. My point is, time and effort are not the same thing. Just because you put in effort, let's talk about the other. Let's talk about the other side of the coin. I've been going hard. I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to do. I've been showing up early, going late. I sign up for extra assignments. How long you been doing that? Well, I just started doing it for the last week. But you've been with the company how long? And they're supposed to reward you for doing that for 1 week, right? They're supposed to give you the opportunity after just 1 week, after just 1 month, after just 1 year. How long has this company been around? Do you think that this company got to where it was by just promoting people who show that type of effort for a short amount of time? You need time and effort, people. Ladies and gentlemen, we need time and effort. Not just one and not just the other. You don't get to just show up in the fourth quarter, go ham, go sit back on the bench and say, I don't know why everybody else lost the game. You don't get to just play offense, slack on defense, and say it was somebody else's fault we didn't win. You don't get to just have a couple of good days in this relationship and say it's successful and then expect to be rewarded. You can't just go to your job and you're supposed to be there 5 days, but you only show up for 4. But the 4 days that you did show up, you went ham, so they're going to forgive the other day that you were off and promote you. Time and effort are not the same thing. They're not interchangeable, and you can't just have one and not the other. Nobody wants to be in a long-term situation that's crappy all across the board. I've been going to the gym for this amount of time and I still haven't gotten the results. Look what you do when you go. You don't go hard. You don't even exert yourself. You're not even out of breath when you're done. And I'm going to pause because depending on what you're going to the gym for, some of those things may not be for you. Depending on what your health is, some of those things may not be for you. But if you want to see a certain type of result, you got to put in a certain type of effort. Come on, man. Like it frustrates me. It frustrates me to no end because people will be like, you don't understand me. I've been doing this for 20 years. You've been doing it wrong for 20 years, Playboy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and let you know that just because you've been in the game for a long time don't mean you're the best. Just because you've been in the game for a long time don't mean you've been giving the best effort. Just because you've been in the game a long time doesn't mean you deserve anything other than a certificate or a plaque that says you've played for this amount of years. But if you want to be a champion, if you want to get somewhere, so be wary of that. Be very careful of thinking just because you stay in something means that you're entitled to something. Just because you have a lineage means that it's a great one. Because time can be a good thing, time can be a bad thing. Effort can be looked at in multitude, or effort can be looked at like you're just getting started. You've only given this effort recently. So I hope that helps someone out there. I really do. All right, guys. I need you guys to take care of yourselves. Please, please, please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.